Good morning. Today we are going to start section G3. Let me get my pen to work. Section G3. And we are going to look at the sum of interior and exterior angles of polygons. Okay. So we're going to first start off with the sum of interior angles. Okay, and we're going to start off something we're more familiar with. Okay. We'll start off with a triangle. Okay. So we already know this. Okay, so if I have a triangle, and this is true for all triangles, and I have three angles, A, B, and C. What are the measure of those three angles going to add up to? Okay. So if I add angle A plus angle B plus angle C, it's going to add up to how much? It's going to be 180 degrees. Okay, well, if you want to be specific, you could do the measure of angle A. You could write it out like this, sorry. Plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C equals 180 degrees. Okay. So triangles, the angles inside of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. Okay. We're going to use this to help us look at other shapes. Okay. Oh, also, remember, triangle, three sides. Okay. So, triangle, three sides. Next shape, quadrilateral. Oh, also, we said three sides, angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay. So, quadrilateral, four sides. Okay. We could do any shape for the quadrilateral. It could be irregular, it could be nice, it doesn't matter. So here, we'll make it like this. Okay. So, quadrilateral. Okay. We don't know right away what the angles inside of a quadrilateral add up to. So what we need to do is manipulate this quadrilateral. Okay. And what I'm going to do is add a line in here. And now I created what two shapes inside of the quadrilateral? I created two triangles. Okay, so I have triangle. Let's go with ABC again. And then let's go with X, Y, Z. Okay, so I know two things here. I know that A plus B plus C equals 180. Okay. I also know that X plus Y plus Z equals 180 because they're both triangles, and triangles always have a sum of 180 degrees when you add the interior angles. Okay. Now, what does this mean? Okay. If I add all of these angles together, if I add A plus Z and then I add these two angles, BX and CY. So the first angle is created by adding b plus x. The second angle is created by adding c plus y. Okay, what is that going to equal? Well, I could rearrange everything. A plus b plus c x plus y plus z. Okay. And from this, I know that a plus b plus c is 180 degrees. And x plus y plus z is 180 degrees. Okay. So in total, I get 360. Okay. So the measure of all these angles added together gives me 360 degrees. Okay, so basically we're looking at every shape and we're seeing how many triangles can we create inside these polygons to help us figure out, okay, how many times do I need to add 180 degrees by itself? Okay, so we have triangles, we have quadrilaterals. So triangles add up to 180 degrees. Quadrilaterals add up to 360 degrees. Let's see if you could figure these next ones out. Okay. Pentagon. Five sides. Okay. And hexagon. 6 sides. Okay. You could create these however you want. I'll create some for us to look at. Okay, so there's a pentagon. And there's a hexagon. Okay, go ahead, pause the video. I'll be back in 5 seconds. See how quickly you could figure out the sum of the interior angles of these two shapes. Alright, so pentagon. How many triangles can we create? We could create 1, 2, and 3. So each triangle is going to give us 180 degrees from the sum of those interior angles. Okay, so that means 180 plus 180 plus 180 equals 540 degrees. Okay, so the sum of interior angles for the pentagon is 540 degrees. Okay, hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4. And sorry, I might have forgot. When we're creating the triangles, we're looking at the corners. Okay, you start off at one corner and you go to the next. Okay, that's my fault. So you start off at one corner and you connect to each of the others. I didn't clarify that. Okay, so we have 180 degrees, 180 degrees, 180 degrees, 180 degrees, and if you add those all up, you get 720 degrees. Okay. Now, hopefully you noticed each of these angles are increasing by the same amount. Start off with 180, then you have 360, then you have 540, and then you have 720. Each time you add a side, your angle measure increases by 180 degrees. Okay, so what is the formula for this? Okay, well, you could always just draw out the shapes and create your triangles, or our formula. Is going to be the number of sides minus 2 times 180 degrees. This is going to give us the sum of interior angles. Okay. All right. If you have questions on that, make sure to email me, ask me. I'm going to jump to the sum of exterior angles. Okay. Alright, so the sum of exterior angles. Okay. All these polygons we are looking at are convex polygons. Okay. So exterior angles. Where are the exterior angles? So if we have a triangle, we were told that the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so let's say we have this. Let's just make something up. Let's say this is 70. This is 40. And this is... No, let's not do that. Let's make this one 65, 55, and 60. Okay, so we have three angles here that add up to 180 degrees. Okay, exterior angles, let me try to say this clearly. We're going to go clockwise when we create our exterior angles. Okay, so the exterior angles is created by extending out the lines. Okay, now we have to always go in the same direction. Okay, so we have created three exterior angles. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so finding the sum of the exterior angles, we have to use supplementary angles. Okay, so those are supplementary angles. These are supplementary angles, and these are supplementary angles. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so let's look at the top exterior angle. 65 degrees. Okay, what plus 65 degrees is going to give us 180 degrees? 115 degrees. Okay. What plus 60 degrees is going to give us 180 degrees? 120 degrees. And what plus 55 degrees is going to give us 180 degrees? 125. Okay. So if I want to find the sum of the exterior angles, I need to add these three angles together. 115 plus 125 plus 120 equals 0, 6, 3. 360 degrees. So the sum of exterior angles of our triangle is 360 degrees. Okay. Now, let's see what happens when we look at a quadrilateral. Okay. Excuse me. Let's use a parallelogram. Okay. Let's make this. Now, quadrilaterals have to add up to equal 360 degrees for the sum of interior angles. Okay. So let's say this is 120. This is 120. Together, that's 240. 60 and 60. Okay. Together, that gives us 360 degrees for the sum of interior angles. Okay. So, we're going to go clockwise when we make our exterior angles. Okay, and we're going to look at 4 exterior angles. And again, remember, these are all supplementary. Okay, so supplementary angles add up to 180. So we're going to have 60, 120, 60, 120. Okay, and we're going to add all those together. 60 degrees plus 120 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 120 degrees. And together, that is going to equal 0, 6, 3. 360 degrees. Okay? So, what do you notice between the triangle and the quadrilateral? The sum of exterior angles are both 360 degrees. And this is going to be true for all convex polynomials, okay? Okay, so all convex polynomials have a sum of exterior angles equal to 360 degrees. Okay. I went through these kind of quick. Hopefully everything was straightforward. Again, make sure to ask me questions. Send me emails, comment on Google Classroom, any